Alright, so guys, I super apologize. Um, this is like the third time I've tried recording this video. Because I can only do my recordings kind of one and done, I continued to have to start over. The downside is through painting tutorials, that's terrible. So this marine I've painted for my partner, and I did a slap chop job on it. I've already shaded it. We're trying to take it a step above. So I've already shaded it using Nolan oil, Seraphim sepia on the gold, and I actually need to go back and hit this with some Seraphim. And that actually too. So we've done that. Actually, that's already been hitting Nolan oil, so whatever. We hit the brown pouch and the knife sheath with some Agrax Earthshade. Then what we're gonna do is the scroll on his backpack, and the purity seal are gonna get a little screaming skull. I don't have that on the wet palette yet. The gold that we need to highlight is already here on the wet palette. We're going to use a Liberator Gold for our highlight. For all the red highlights, we're going to use Evil Sun Scarlet. So I did this project I'll talk about this as we get into it. So I use really big heavy brush, probably not the heaviest, probably not the best brush, to get in there and get this wash done. I used a bit of a smaller brush on the finer details of getting that shading done. So now we're gonna you don't have to buy the GW brush. I bought it, so I'm gonna use it, and it is what it is. So we're gonna give this brush a little bit of a dunk here. Get some water. Get this to a consistency that we really like. We're gonna be using the side of the brush quite a bit here. So yeah, I like that consistency right there. You just kind of want a bit of a glaze, but you want like a bit more control over it per se. So you want somewhere between a glaze and like the actual paint itself. Some people will say it's cool to just take the layers out of the pot. That's them. I'm just kind of learning, so I'm doing me. As I've continued to say before, learn with me. If I'm doing it wrong, please tell me in the comments. I really appreciate being corrected, and it's the only way I can kind of grow within the hobby and within my artistic skills and abilities. So we're just going to kind of go over these areas with some of that gold and bring that color back a little bit. So see those spots of gold that we've kind of gone over? We just kind of want to bring that color back in those raised areas. So we know we didn't need much gold. So let's actually move on to the Evil Suns. So you'll start to see that, that gold didn't really do much. But let's hit this Evil Suns. Give it a little bit of water here. See if we got that flow off the brush. Yes, we do. Kind of perfect. So using the light here, we're going to hit this pauldron. Probably a little too much water there, but that's okay. I guess we can just kind of play with those pigments. hit there. Brush, wick some of that paint off our brush. And hit that forehead just a little bit. Let's use the side of our brush here and bring that color up a little bit. We're going to bring this up a little bit more. This just adds a bit more to our model. And this is something I struggle with. Because it takes a bit of a finer hand than I actually have. I love what I have in the background. I'm a huge King of the Hill fan. I totally just forgot to pause it when I started recording again. I love to watch old shows and lore and listen to music while I paint. So we're just gonna kind of hit these spots the light hits and bring this model's colored back a little bit, but leaving those shadowy areas where they need to have shadows. And so the side of your brush works really, really well for this. So if we just hit these lines that catch all the light, and then we're going to hit right here on the knee. And then we're going to hit the hand right here where you can totally see I messed up. We're going to try and cover that actually with some highlighting on the hand. And that's kind of the basic idea. Again, I'm not the best, so learn with me and give me your tips, give me your tricks. I'm always down to try new things, learn new ways of doing things, and share it with the community. That's what I personally am trying to make happen. I'm trying to, yes, yell at me for flashlights, I don't care. Yeah, share your tips, share your tricks. I'm always interested in learning new things and learning new tricks. Build this community up, and let's get everybody like super painting. I really enjoy painting models. I really enjoy modeling. We're gonna brighten his face up just a little too. And do a highlight here. And bring that highlight out a little bit more. So I think those highlights are coming out nicely. And don't have to try and use the tip of your brush for this. The best thing to do is use the sides. Use the sides of your brush and you will get a good clean line almost every time. I know it may look like I'm using more of the tip, but I promise I'm not. So we've got that. I think that those highlights look pretty good. I'm not the best, and I keep saying that, but I try. And that's how we get better, is we continue to try. Let's actually hit a couple highlights here on the back foot too. I want to highlight right there. Right around there. So we've got these spots highlighted. We're going to highlight line down this. I think we're looking pretty good. So let's bust out the screaming skull. Again, don't pay the money for the GW brushes. They're just not worth it. There's so many better brushes out there for that kind of money. I go cheap on my brushes because I abuse them. I don't wash them like I should. I just abuse them. So I stick to cheapy Walmart brushes. I've never really used an expensive brush aside from these GW ones. I don't see much of a difference personally. So I don't really see a point in spending ridiculous money on a brush that I personally know I won't take care of. We're going to take the side of our brush and just kind of hit the edges of this just to bring its color back out a little bit. And we're going to do the same over here. On this spot right there. We're going to hit this with Screaming Skull. This is the color I'm using. All my paints currently are Citadel paints. I haven't had much money to branch out into other things yet. I've tried Army Painter. I really like Army Painter's paint. I have not tried Vallejo personally yet anyway. So it looks like we actually might want to hit some red on this hand too. We're just going to highlight right there. Maybe across the knuckles. So, I personally, I'm going to call this done. Probably not, but I think I'm done. So, this is some edge highlighting, or some just highlighting in general. Brings that model out a little bit more from it's kind of a dull. So I think I did really well. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I think he looks pretty good. So this actual episode of my channel is dedicated to my partner because this model is for them. And before I gave it to them, I wanted to make some content and tell them thank you. Thank you for so much for your support. I love you tons, and I appreciate everything you do for me, from the smallest thing, just talking to me, to being there for me, to just whatever may come. You truly are amazing, and I love you. And then I'm going to take this time to also say all the general YouTube stuff. Let's do it. Like, subscribe, share, hit that bell icon, get notified when I post new videos. I'm going to be trying to get on a schedule. I'm looking at trying to get on Monday, Wednesday, Friday scheduling for posting. So just kind of be aware that that's in the works. Right now it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I want to try and spread that out a bit more. So thank you all for your support as I start this channel, and furthermore, thank you for your support as we continue and as we grow. Once I can get 1,000 subs, we can start doing more, and I can actually get a better idea of planning out some videos and getting some feedback from you as my community to make videos you guys want to see. So appreciate all of your support. Thank you. Deuces.